This is WFYI News Now. It's Thursday, March 5th, and I'm Sarah Neal Estes. Here are today's Central Indiana and statewide stories. Former Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard joined the race for Indiana Secretary of State. Ben Thorpe reports.
Ballard served as the Republican mayor of Indianapolis for 2 terms from 2008 to 2015. But in his announcement video, Ballard says he will run as an independent, saying both parties are broken. Ballard says he's especially concerned with the politics of the current Secretary of State, Republican Diego Morales.
The current leadership in that office has shown an eagerness to engage in partisan politics. When you see something this broken and know you can fix it, you step forward.
Ballard says he's running primarily to protect the integrity of elections. Bo Bai has announced his candidacy for Secretary of State as well, filing as a Democrat. I'm Ben Thorpe at the State House.
In Indianapolis, a vote on whether to approve a data center for Martindale-Brightwood, one of the oldest historically black communities in the city, is now delayed. In a surprising development, the council representative for the community asked the Redevelopment Commission to push back the vote for the controversial rezoning request. Indianapolis City County Councilor Ron Gibson has drawn backlash from the community for publicly supporting the project. The request will now be heard before the Metropolitan Development Commission on April 1st. The Indianapolis Public Schools Board is changing its rules for when federal immigration agents can enter school grounds. Eric Weddle reports.
The IPS School Board voted unanimously to adopt a new policy governing student privacy and safety. The decision comes as the district faces a lawsuit from Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita. Rokita claims IPS illegally hindered federal immigration enforcement during a deportation attempt last year. The new policy replaces a 2017 resolution that limited when staff could cooperate with ICE. It now directs the superintendent to create specific protocols for when outside agencies request access to students or their records. Despite the change, the Attorney General's office says it is still moving forward with its lawsuit. I'm Eric Weddle.
The Indiana Treasurer of State has raised concerns that the utility company AES Indiana will be purchased by an investment group. Zach Castle reports.
The group of domestic and international investors includes BlackRock and the Qatar Investment Authority. State Treasurer Daniel Elliott says he's gathering information about the proposed deal. He worries the sale will hurt central Indiana residents who pay AES for electricity.
This isn't a regular business. This is a regulated monopoly. We need to make sure that the ratepayers' concerns are a top priority.
Elliott has previously criticized BlackRock for investing decisions and says other groups have a history of financial mismanagement. He wants a full, transparent review by federal regulators before he would support a deal. I'm Zach Castle in Indianapolis.
The Farm Food and National Security Act of 2026, making its way through Congress in Washington, D.C., could help Indiana farmers. It seeks to act as a slimmed-down farm bill, the 5-year piece of legislation that sets food and agriculture policies for the country. The Director of National Government Affairs for Indiana Farm Bureau, Brantley Seifers, says last year's One Big Beautiful Bill Act covered about 80% of what would normally be in a traditional farm bill. This bill seeks to address the rest.
We've had to go by the 2018 status quo for a few years now. So there are a lot of ways that the farm economy can be benefited by the farm bill, but the real win is the certainty that this brings for the next 5 years.
Farmers have been waiting for a full farm bill update since 2022, with last-minute extensions put in place to hold the industry over until Congress could address it between political tensions and shutdowns. Former Notre Dame football coach Lou Holtz has died. Holtz died in Orlando, Florida, surrounded by family. He was 89. Holtz coached the Fighting Irish from 1986 to 1996 and led the team to a national championship in the 1988 season. The Holtz family says funeral arrangements will be announced as details are finalized. A funeral mass is expected to be held at the Basilica of the Sacred Heart. That's all for this episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Zach Bundy, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Kendall Antron produced our music, and if you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to get the latest updates from our newsroom anytime. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.